maybe. There we go. All right. So while we're waiting for Carrie, I'll go ahead and bring us in. Welcome to Storm King's Thunder. We'll be picking up where we left off last week. But before we get started, we'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are partnerships or sponsorships in any way. But today we would like to thank the Speechless Bard. She and her husband make beautiful leather products for your tabletop role-playing games, such as leather covers for your core rule books. She has, if you like to show off your geeky side, she's got a full line of dice bracelets that are leather bracelets with the dice cutouts on them that can be customized in numerous ways. She has a dice rolling mat that when you roll it up, it looks like a spell scroll. And all of her items are customizable. She does all the work by hand. She's an amazingly talented artist. If you're going to order, especially for a gift, but even for yourself, if you're going to order, make sure you give yourself a little bit of time. She's over in the UK, so it can take a little while for it to cross the pond, as they say. If you are a fan of our Wednesday Night Traveler game, we do have a website for that campaign via Obsidian Portal. The adventure log is written in the manner of Traveler News Service articles, and it doesn't just follow the exploits of the characters. It pretty much covers the region as a whole, so a lot of the articles may be something that will affect them, indirectly. So if you're a fan of that page, please give us a fan like. We love to see the thumbs up, and we hope you enjoy. So let me shoot Carrie a message and see if she is on her way. So has everybody had a good week?
Long, but goodish.
Goodish, yeah. Right? So I will go ahead and we'll just go ahead and get started. So where you guys left off, you had... Okay, she is on her way. You had put down Pencheska, who has, for the past many years, really, been impersonating Duchess Morwen Daggerford. And you rescued the real Morwen Daggerford from Crom's hold and mounted an offensive and put an end to Pencheska. And so Morwen is now, the real Morwen is back in charge. And you are all invited. You're given rooms in the ducal castle. So long rest applies. You're all healed up. That last big battle kind of beat you up a little bit. And, there is a feast in your honor to reward you for saving Morwen. And you were all...
I saw the book. It says how to cook humans.
You were all given renown boosts and things of that nature. You were also all given titles. You are all Knights of Daggerford, which, going to be honest, that it sounds better than it really is. It's just not really that big of a deal. So the thing with Daggerford is that Daggerford has a very similar structure of government as to Waterdeep. In such a way that Daggerford is like a cheap copy If something is fashionable in Waterdeep, you can imagine that you'll start to see it become fashionable in Daggerford about a month later. The form of government there in Waterdeep, they have the masked lords, and that council is led by the Open Lord of Waterdeep. Now, the masked lords, they all wear hooded robes and masks so that nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows, they can't get reprisals for voting a particular way. In Daggerford, they also have masked lords, and the Duchess, Morwen Daggerford, is the Open Lord. But it's not as serious in Daggerford. Everybody knows who the masked lords are, and so it's just this like cheap imitation. And nobody really takes the government of Daggerford very seriously. But Morwen Daggerford is a good and just person. And the odd thing about all of this, and that you can really note, is that, as I've stated, Pencheska actually ran Daggerford fairly well. One of the first things that was put down with Maldwyn Daggerford's death was that the townspeople wanted Morwen Daggerford to take over, not knowing that the Morwen Daggerford that they were looking at was actually a succubus in disguise. And so the town instituted the removal of primogeniture, and which means that Morwen could take over as Duchess of Daggerford. And in that role, economically, the town has done extremely well. They've been well defended. It was only the past couple of months where things went kind of bibbledy. And you know that the reason for that is that... hello, Carrie. You know that Baroness Wynne Crom was kind of part of that. She was pressuring Pencheska to reach some endpoint goal that nobody is really sure of what their goal was. So they passed. Morwen Daggerford is going to give out some rewards. So we will start with Smokey. Smokey, roll a percentage.
Got 96.
96. Ooh. Smokey, you are gifted with a wand of lightning bolts. Let me take a specific look at that.
What starts forest fires?
Right. Right.
Protect it.
So the wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 or more of its charges to cast Lightning Bolt. Save DC 15. For 1 charge, you cast the 3rd level version of the spell. You can increase the spell slot level by 1 for each additional charge you expend. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into ashes and is destroyed.
Cool.
Now, Smokey's just a straight up ranger, right?
Yeah.
Well, that is a spellcasting class, so I guess we're just going to go with it. Zinquinol, roll percentage.
14.
Ooh, okay. So
Awesome.
next,
That
roll.
sounds like you're awarded with a chastity belt of herpes.
Next, roll a d8.
Let's see. D8. 3.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Up there. Yeah. Zinquinol's gonna like this. So she gives you these small statues that are about, an inch in size. They're a matching pair of lions. These are figurines of wondrous power. They are golden lions. You can use one figurine or both simultaneously. Each one can become a lion for up to 1 hour. Once a lion has been used, it cannot be used again until 7 days have passed. So, to describe exactly what these are, if you use an action to speak a command word and throw the figurine to a point on the ground within 60 feet of you, the figurine becomes the lion. If the space where the creature would appear is occupied by other creatures or objects, or if there isn't enough space for the creature, the figurine won't become a creature. It just stays a figurine. The creature is friendly to you and your companions. It understands your languages and obeys your spoken commands. If you issue no commands, the creature defends itself but makes no other actions. It takes the stats of a lion from the monster manual. It exists for the duration to each figurine, so in this case, 1 hour. At the end of the duration, the creature reverts to its figurine form. It reverts to a figurine early if it drops to 0 hit points, or if you use an action to speak the command word again while touching it. When the creature becomes a figurine again, its property can't be used again for 7 days. So yeah, these will turn into a pair of pet lions for you for an hour.
Cool.
Clitoris, roll percentage.
She's rolling.
Uh, 51.
Okay. This is a pretty good too. You are given an Ioun Stone of Awareness.
Ooh, those are always fun.
So this stone is a dark blue gem that floats around your head, and you cannot be surprised with this Ioun Stone.
What about on her birthday?
Nope. Surprise birthday parties are right out.
Yeah.
Also, next surprise.
Thank you.
Steve the Devil, roll percentage.
$57.
Okay.
Oh, look at this.
You.
Oh, perhaps with percentiles.
You can't share endless one. Enjoy.
Roll a d10.
7.
You get leather armor of poison resistance. I mean, probably not the most exciting thing for a warlock, but a warlock sorcerer, but might help your AC a bit. Scaly. Roll. Sorry.
Probably.
Die 100?
Yep.
$49.
49. I don't know that you're going to be excited about this. I mean, it's an awesome item, but I don't know that Scaly is going to care that much about it. She hands you a mandolin. It is an instrument of the bards. It is an exquisite example of its kind, superior to any ordinary instrument in every way. This is a Cannith mandolin. The mandolin can cast Cure Wounds as a 3rd level, Dispel Magic, Protection from Energy, Lightning only. The mandolin, let's see here. A creature that attempts to play the instrument without being attuned to it must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or take 2d4 psychic damage. You can use an action to play the instrument and cast one of its spells. Once the instrument has been used to cast a spell, it can't be used to cast that spell again until the next dawn. The spells use your spellcasting ability and spell save DC. When you use the instrument to cast a spell that causes a target to become charmed or on a failed save, the targets have disadvantage on the saving throw. This effect applies whether you are using the instrument as the source of the spell or as a spellcasting focus. So it's really a bard thing, but it's pretty awesome.
Time to take level bard.
I was going to say, I can be a rock and roll guitar player on a broom.
Right. Yeah. And Weeben, roll D100.
Six.
Ooh. You are given a +2 rapier.
What?
Happy dance. Happy dance. Dancing all happy. Happy dance.
So, you have this feast. Now, after and of course, there is dancing and much rejoicing. The minstrels have been eaten. After things kind of die down, Morwen Daggerford is kind of lounging in her chair at the table, as are you. You guys are kind of lounging with her. And the table has been cleared, and they bring out a you guys can bring out a map and kind of lay it on the table and look at what your current situation is. And actually, maybe this is in here. I might have screwed up. No, it's here. There we go. So, the last quest that you guys have, she of course is interested. She wants to know, where does your adventuring company plan to travel to from here? And so, your last quest is to fulfill Lifferlas's quest. He was the awakened tree. That he wanted you to seek out his creator, a moon elf druid named Arglas. And you are, of course, are here in Daggerford. He tells you Arglas was not a member of the Emerald Enclave, or was not only a member of the Emerald Enclave, but also an adventurer who slew many giants in his day. Arglas left Goldenfields 30 years ago on a pilgrimage to Shadowtop Cathedral. The druid planned to follow the Dusserin River and seek out an old treant named Turlang. Lifferlas suggests that you should all do the same. So you're here in Daggerford. Shadowtop Cathedral is all the way over here. So you got some walking in your future. And he was going to follow the Dusserin River. And so this is the Dusserin River. It kind of flows through the Somber Hills and then down here towards Goldenfield. So, I mean, you could travel north and follow the Dusserin River all the way if you wanted to, or you can travel the main roads. However you want to do this is up to you. I mean, obviously, probably one of the easiest ways would just be to follow the route that he took, and you got a river to follow. So
that's what I was gonna vote for. That sounds like fun.
Yep.
Okay. The Morwen Daggerford, looking at the map, she knows that you have a long journey ahead of you. She gives each of you a signed letter of recommendation. And she says she doesn't know, it may not be worth the paper it's written on, but if it can assist you in some way on your journey, these kinds of marks of reputation can essentially, or can sometimes open doors for you that others may not. And she resupplies all of you, and you were given the option from the Zentarim of being given horses. Do you want to take horses, or do you want to travel lightly? That's entirely up to you.
I like horses. They're nice.
I look for fastest.
I feel like horses if we're not trying to be sneaky.
Yeah?
Looks like we're gonna do horses then.
Okay.
I just fly.
Yeah, I mean...
I'll have a horse, but I'll fly when I feel like it for surveillance purposes.
Okay. So, the next morning, you guys set out on your journey. I don't know, some of my maps are out of order here. They're... possibly a...
Can anybody in the party make use of the +1 mace that I had before? Because I'm probably going to be using the rapier a lot more than the +1 mace at this point.
Zinquinol might find use for a +1 mace. No?
No, because I've got, let's see, +1 spear and my net. I think of that, and my staff of swarming insects.
Okay. I'll hold on to it in case I ever need to bash instead of poke.
Yeah?
Still bash my guitar. I'm not gonna destroy my one instrument.
Like, I'm gonna save my armor to sell back at town, so there's always that option.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I sell my mace and maybe take your armor?
If my armor will help you more than me, then by all means you can have it.
So,
It's
Weeben, don't you already have, like, +1 or +2 armor?
I have a +1 studded. Is that poison stuff not +1?
It is not. It is just resistance to poison.
Oh, never mind then. AC more important than poison resistance.
Yes, that's my point.
Can we exchange that mace for a different +1?
Possibly, but probably not here in Daggerford. There's just nobody that has anything.
Well, I'll hold on to it until we hit another major town.
Okay, so you. Well, actually, hold on here. So you set out, and let's see where Daggerford is here. So you follow the Desserin River for probably about 4 weeks. Pretty uneventful. You travel back through Goldenfields, or at least past Goldenfields and Wamford, and you're following it, and you come to you finally make your way to Stonebridge, which is right here. Like I said, it's been 4 weeks. There's been frequent snowfall. Let me put you guys on the map. God, Roll20 feels kind of sluggish today. Okay. So you come to Stonebridge. Now, Stonebridge is interesting. somewhat, I guess, as a landmark. So it's a gigantic stone archway, 2 miles from end to end, and 400 feet tall at its apex. And it spans the Destin River and the plain around it, remaining high and dry during even the worst springtime floods. It is a sacred site of pilgrimage for many dwarves. Long ago, the dwarf god Moradin appeared atop the bridge to rally dwarves of the Iron Star clan against a horde of orcs and the founder of the ancient dwarven kingdom of Besselmere. Torhild Flametongue died fighting on a hill, or fighting a hill giant in this same location. It is made of smooth fused granite. It's only 15 feet wide and lacks railings or barriers, so anyone traversing it is at the mercy of the wind. And you have to cross this bridge to get to the other side of the Destin River. So I'll allow you guys to set up your marching order, how you want to cross this bridge.
Does anybody have anything like earth shape or something where we could make some kind of railing so we don't totally die? I don't.
Can somebody cast a spell to make this bridge OSHA compliant?
Yeah, cast OSHA.
The paladin says she will lead.
Okay.
I can use my new guitar to rock and roll another person into flying and then another person into levitate, and we could tow.
Steve will fly over here and just take a peek under the bridge, see if there's anything down there that looks suspicious.
Let's let the ponies go at this point. Also, I don't want them flying off the bridge. That would be really shitty.
Yeah, that's a good question. Are you riding across or are you leading them?
Hell no, no.
I was gonna ride across. I think a horse has better weight stability for his wind than I do.
All right.
Yeah?
I feel like
Leaving seconds that.
Whoever's riding, I'll give them my pony so they can walk it across with them.
they get spooked so easy. That's what I worry about. They get spooked, then they break a leg, then you gotta kill it. That's what I know about horses. So I'm gonna let my horse go.
Are we talking about horses or boomers?
Ooh, controversial statement.
So Steve, you don't find anything untoward down under the bridge.
There's no troll ass.
No, I was gonna say no. So, important safety tip. Steve went down and checked for trolls. Weeben, are you going to stay at the back of the party, or where would you like to be in the marching order?
Well, who's actually marching versus flying?
Marching.
Maybe we should put a rope across or something to hold on to.
Cameron's just paranoid that I'm going to cause a gust of wind to blow everybody off.
It's called Storm King Thunder, okay? I think there's going to be a storm and we're going to out the bridge. Is that irrational, is it?
Our DM's just the kind of dick that would blow us off the bridge with a gust of wind.
I want to be in between two people. I don't want to be at like the front or the back.
Okay.
Especially small and vulnerable.
Okay. All right. So
Jesus Christ.
you get to about here. And of course, this bridge isn't 2 miles long, but it looks good. And across the bridge, you don't even have to make a perception check because you can't miss this guy. Oops.
Is he the Black Knight guarding the bridge over the creek?
Kind of, yes. You see a fire giant with his hellhound hunting dog standing at the edge of the bridge. And he yells out something in Giant. Actually, I don't even know if he can understand Common. I should probably look at that.
Isn't he cold?
Well, no, because he's a fire giant.
Oh, okay. See, I assumed it'd be the opposite, where they wanted to be somewhere warm. Oh, hey, I know Giant. Good for me.
You speak Giant?
Sure do.
He speaks Giant. And he is huge, and he's standing there with what, from a distance, at first when you see him, you think, oh, he's got, he's 15 feet tall with a bright red beard and short crop, bright red, spiky hair. And then you realize the beard isn't bright red. It's actually bright red hair that's licked with fire. Like flames are coming off of his hair and his beard. And he sees you coming across the bridge and bellows out something in Giant that basically Cameron, Smokey can translate that as lunch. And he is going to attack. Now, first of all, let me get this out of the way. And okay, so we will go on 13 and 11, and I'll start adding you guys in. So everybody roll initiative. Oh man, Scaly. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like, well, it's not all bad news.
Scaly, mine's not great, but do you want a vigilant blessing so you can roll your initiative again?
If it's free, sure.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Watch me roll worse.
Because usually you have to pay for those blessings.
Well done.
Thank you for trying.
At least he's consistent.
It's really where you want to be. You're meant to be bringing up the rear.
If I believed in fate or karma, it would apply, but it's just shitty luck.
So, Clitaris, your horse has a movement of... Weeben wasn't given a horse. He was given a riding mastiff. Mostly because dogs wearing a saddle look hilarious. Where the fuck is the horse?
It's all over.
And are these like retrained horses, so I can like ride up to this thing and it's not gonna freak out?
Oh yeah, no. This is a war horse. So it has a movement of 60 feet.
Okay.
And it is Clitoris' turn. So you can. I suppose technically, if you wanted to, you could have your horse dash so that you could have your attack. So that means that your horse could move 120 feet.
Do I take penalties for mounted combat?
No. I don't. Hold on. I thought there was something about that. Isn't there like a mounted combat feat now or something like that? Let's see.
There is, it just gives you bonuses. I don't think it takes away negatives.
Yeah. Mounted combatant, you're a dangerous foe to face while mounted, while you are mounted and are not incapacitated. You gain the following benefits. You have advantage on melee attack rolls against an unmounted creature that is smaller than your mount. You can force an attack targeted at your mount to target you instead. If your mount is subjected to an effect that allows it to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, it instead takes no damage if it succeeds on the saving throw, and only half damage if it fails. So yeah, you're not at disadvantage or anything. The mounted combat feat just kind of adds.
Just makes it better.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would honestly think that a paladin, especially a paladin, would be trained in mounted combat. I mean, you're not a cavalier, but I would still think you would know how to swing a sword or an axe while on horseback.
I would hope so. Did Smokey tell us that he was asking for lunch or calling us lunch or something about sandwiches?
Yeah, I don't know. Smokey, did you tell everybody that he yelled out lunch?
Yeah, definitely. Alright.
He seems to actually be looking at Weeben and licking his lips.
Dash is double, right?
Yep. So technically you could move 120 feet.
Can I get to that point without attacks of opportunity?
Let's see here.
That's me.
Well, let's do. Well, you know what I mean.
We could go the other direction.
Shit, you could. So with 120 feet, you could move to right here and choose to either attack him or the Hellhound.
Yes. Shout for glory as I gallop over there. And...
Yeah, your shout for glory is Leroy Jenkins.
Effectively. 22 to hit.
So are you attacking the Hellhound or are you attacking him?
I'm attacking Endeavor.
You're what?
Attacking Endeavor, the
fire guy.
The fire giant? Okay. Yes, that hits.
I think. Okay. Since I don't have my shield out, I'll use my longsword. 8. 11.
Is that a magic? Oh, wait. Never mind. Yeah, okay. Your next attack.
20.
That hits.
For 7 damage.
Okay. All right. He anything with a bonus action, or you can spend half your movement to dismount. Up to you.
No, we'll stay mounted. I'll be there
Okay.
again.
So, as a free action, he yells something in giant, and which Smokey translates as sickum, and he's going to make 2 greatsword attacks on Clitaris. Holy fuck. This has the potential to hurt. That's okay, you're a paladin, you can take it. Ooh, 18 to hit.
Miss.
Aha, okay.
Close, but not quite.
That is good for Clitaris. And his second attack, 27 to hit.
Yeah.
30 points of slashing damage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my breastplate has a dent in it.
No shit, right?
The dent in it.
Weeben, what would you like to do? From a distance, see Clitaris take a hit and shit my pantaloons.
Right. Weeben was thinking, I should go help Clitaris, and then saw Clitaris like a giant bat and went, guys, how should we go help Clitaris?
With ranged attacks.
Clitaris, we got your back. Way back.
You said I'm on what kind of animal?
You're on a riding mastiff, and it has a speed. I just had it. What the fuck? It's going to be one of the... There it is. It is a speed of 40 feet. So if you rear him to go, you can move 80 with a dash.
Okay. We get there, and then that's another 30 feet.
That's still within range for your short bow.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Alrighty, I will dash up to there with, I would do the 80 feet dash, which I totally forgot how far 80 feet is. That's where, okay.
So it's like right
Thank you.
here.
And then I will use my short bow on this thing.
Okay.
Alright, dice. I'm using different dice from last week because we're on a new little mini adventure. So let's see how it goes.
All right. It's been my experience that new dice usually treat you pretty good. It's not until like the 3rd or 4th session that they start to roll like shit. When you really need them. That's when they fail you.
Well, I rolled 18.
That hits.
Sweet.
And your sneak attack applies because Cleitaris is there causing a ruckus.
Just about to ask that. Sweet. Thank you for being there, Cleitaris. Because sneak attack was way better roll than the original attack. Okay. So 15, 18 damage.
Okay.
It's not magical of any kind. Just regular old bow.
Okay. That was a pretty solid hit. But he's not down. He does have an arrow in him, though. Anything with bonus action, or do you want to dismount for half your movement?
I do not want to dismount. I have no idea what kind of bonus action I could do while mounted, so...
I imagine your riding mastiff is barking and kind of growling like the dog that they find in Archer.
Cujo.
Yeah, that insists won't allow anybody to pull out a weapon without barking and growling. For the love of God, Lana, put your gun away. He doesn't like it. The Hellhound is not going to tolerate that. And he's going to come up. Now, Mastiff. So the Mastiff doesn't have the same nifty abilities that the Warhorse has. Unless it's a critical, it's going to attack the dog. 15 hits. God, I haven't used a Hellhound in a long time. 5 points of piercing damage plus 4 points of fire damage, so 9 total. You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Did I get thrown from my animal, or is my animal just like, what the hell is that?
Well, it's going to be worse than that.
Well, I didn't roll a 2, I rolled a 1, so I get to re-roll it. Thank you, lucky roll. You said make a DC what?
DC 15 dex save.
What is my dex? Well, it's more than 1, so I rolled a 14, it's, my dex is 17.
Okay. So Weeben gets knocked from his riding mastiff and is hanging by his fingertips. He does not go over the side, but he's hanging onto the bridge. The Hellhound comes up and literally rips the throat out of your mastiff and kills it. And then
If I had failed, would I have gone over the edge?
you're hanging onto the edge.
If I had failed, would I have gone over the edge?
Yes. Yes, you would. And now, of course, the Hellhound is eyeing you in a hungry manner. Smokey, what would you like to do?
I want to use that fancy new wand, but I need to line myself up so I don't electrocute any of my friends.
So you can move. So Smokey, with a dash, your warhorse can move 120 feet.
I left my horse behind.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I'm just going to move to here and line myself up with the thing.
That would do it.
So I can, because I can go 100. Oh, shit.
So they need to make DC 15 death saves. How many charges are you going to expend? So level 1 charge is a level 3, so that's 66 lightning damage. For each additional charge, it adds an additional D6. and there's
Okay,
7.
Let's use up 3. Let's just fuck them up real bad.
Okay, so 8, 9. So that's going to be 96 damage.
Okay.
The Hellhound gets a 14 and fails. The Giant gets exactly 15, so he will take half damage from the lightning. So 96. Oof.
Yeah.
The Hellhound is instantly burned to a crispy dog fritter.
Good. Jerk. And
then half of that, hold on here. Whoops. So he takes 18. That definitely gets his attention, but he is still up and of serious threat. So anything with a bonus action or...
I was wondering if there's a bonus action I could ask the Tresson to help Weeben.
You could... Tressum's not going to be a whole lot of help to Weeben, but you could send the Tressum to give the help action to Cletaris in her fight against the fire giant.
The Tressum's got HP of like 12 or something, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot.
Okay. I don't know.
I'm trying to imagine the flying cat trying to help Weeben climb up. It'd be like my cat. Just sit there and meow constantly and really be of no help whatsoever.
Reaching over the table and pawing in his hand intermittently.
Yes.
Okay. Shit. Well, I don't know then. All right. I don't really have like useful bonus action, I guess.
Okay.
Because they would totally die if they just got a little bit on fire from the guy's beard. Like that was.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me see how. Let me check the distance on something real quick. How's that look? That's what that look. Actually, that's way too far away. Way too far. Exploits personally has 30 foot. He is much further than 30 foot. Well, for now... I'm flying, so I'm going to fly to here. And I will hit the big guy with an Eldritch Blast. I'm always tempted.
Let's see here. Why is this not? So he's 100 feet away from you. Is that
Eldritch Blast is 120.
okay? So perfect. Go for it.
First beam. Plus 17.
That's a miss.
Let's see, second one. Oh, same exactly. Never mind.
So your Eldritch Blast just bounce off of his plate armor. And he kind of laughs in giant.
Set face for me.
Anything?
That's all I can do.
That's it? Okay. Zinquinol, what would you like to do?
Let's see. I am going to also get within range. And I have a question. So if I use Guiding Bolt, then does everyone have advantage on attack rolls?
Yes, because he's all sparkly.
Okay.
He turns into a vampire from Twilight.
Nice. I also have Fairy Fire, which basically does the same thing, but you don't get any damage with it. So I'm going to use Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Hopefully it will hit. Guiding Bolt. There it is. 19.
That hits.
Nice. And then for 17. Oh.
Okay, but he is all glittery now.
And then for my bonus action, I want to use Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
I'll cast it at a lower level.
Hold on here. I'll give him a spiritual. He'll get the wrench icon, spiritual weapon.
Nice.
Whacking on him. Go ahead and make your spiritual weapon attack. That is also a hit.
Okay.
Ooh. Ouch. For 4. Okay. He's not concerned yet, but he's angry. I guess this can just be deleted. Okay. Anything, so that was your bonus action and movement. Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will fly 50 feet forward and a little bit to the down screen. Let me double check my distance. Yeah, that's good. And that's good. 60-foot range, heat metal.
Okay. He is a fire giant. So he's immune to fire damage.
I'm thinking he's wearing plate. You're right, fire giant. Okay, then let's do moonbeam instead. Thank you.
Okay, so
Do moonbeam.
okay.
Con save, unfortunately, DC 15.
He gets an 11.
Wow.
So on his,
take 17.
yep,
Well, on his, when he starts his turn there.
right.
Sorry, we forget it's on
Yeah, on his turn he will take damage.
Draw my shape. It will be like. Well, he's large, yeah. So it's like all of him, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that pretty much is his entire existence, right in that moontan light. Anything with a bonus?
I am notably thin on bonus actions. Yeah, I will healing word. Let me double check range. Yeah, 60 feet. I'll healing word on person there.
Okay. So Clitoris.
Let's do that. 11 points.
So 11 points back to Clitoris.
All for me.
Okay. Clitoris, what would you like to do since this guy just bashed you up pretty good?
I'm gonna try to use my Helm of Telepathy
Okay.
and use its suggestion ability on this dude.
Okay.
Wisdom save, DC 13.
That's not good for him. 6.
Haha!
So what is your suggestion?
I suggest to him that he drop something really important off the edge of that bridge. He might want to go look for it.
Let's see here. So
I don't think you can do that.
Oh, I didn't say he had to jump off. Just go look.
I thought we suggested he eat the dog that I barbecued for him.
I'm gonna punch himself in the nuts.
You can't do that. You can't force him to cut something.
So here's part of the problem. What languages do you speak?
Common, Elven, Draconic.
So the key part of it is that you can magically influence your creature that can see within that you can see within range, that can hear and understand you.
Understand Common?
No, he only speaks Giant, but
Does he understand basic hand gestures?
Trades.
The universal stop.
Can I tell him that Smokey's got something really important that he has to do?
the suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. So if he can't understand what you're saying, it wouldn't be possible to do that.
Well, I guess I won't do that then, since he can't understand me.
Right. So, yeah, just pick another course of action.
Smacky, smacky, and run away.
I want to smacky, but I don't want to die. I like not dying.
No one would blame you for dodging or putting up a shield or something while you wait for reinforcements.
That does. I forgot, I gotta go do something over here real quick. I'll be right back.
Disengage and run away.
Can I disengage and go help Weaven not die?
Yes, you could do that.
I do that.
Okay. All right. And we will get to that in just a moment.
Because I can clearly lean over a horse and reach the lane.
Let me go down one of your what's those things?
Rope.
So there's a specific name for that.
For rope?
No, the stupid fucking thing for the horse.
Oh, reins.
Yes.
Oh,
You gonna
okay.
drop one?
So, Scaly, go ahead and roll your damage for the moonbeam. Okay.
14.
So he's going to take 14. He does not like that. Oops.
Oh, sorry, it's 3 die 10. You're just hoping I roll better. I rolled 3 die 8. 12. At least I rolled the right dice.
Okay. So he's not pleased with that. It's going to go over here. And he reaches into his bag and pulls out a rock and throws it at Zinquinal. Oh, fuck me. But he trips in the ice, slides in the ice because he's a fire giant, and so it melts under his feet, and he drops the rock and falls prone.
Yes.
Weeben.
I know, because probably one rock would do me.
Weeben, make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Dex with advantage. That's fine. Another d20 that works with what I'm doing. 22.
So, Clitoris rides over, drops her reins down, and pulls Weeben back up onto the bridge. And Weeben, you climb up onto the bridge, and now there's this towering fire giant right in front of you. What would you like to do?
Even though he's prone, he's still taller than Weeben.
Well, yeah. Definitely.
Shove him in the spleen.
If Weeben were to attack, he would have advantage, and sneak attack would apply.
Did I use all of my movement to get up, or do I have any bonuses or anything, or was my entire turn just getting up?
You used half of your movement to climb up.
Okay.
So you should have another 12 feet.
Cool. I will do the attack at advantage.
Okay.
$25.
That hits.
Ooh. D8 plus sneak attack. 10, 15, 20.
20 points?
20 points.
Now he's starting to get concerned.
I have how much movement? 12.5 feet of movement left.
In Giant, he says something like, it wasn't supposed to go this way.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move a little bit of movement I have this way.
Okay.
Further off the bridge.
Okay, and you're basically just changing facing, so you don't even need to disengage.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you're not leaving his threat area.
Okay. That's all I got then, is just kind of shifting around.
Okay. All right.
Just want to be further off the bridge. That was a very high fall.
Smokey, we are back to you.
Alright, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike myself.
Okay.
And let's see here. Okay. So I can make it over there. And I'm gonna use my my great sword, try to attack.
Okay.
I got 15 to hit for first attack.
That's a miss.
You have advantage, so
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you have advantage because he's prone, so roll that again.
Worse.
Shit.
Okay.
don't be scaly. Don't be scaly.
Man, okay. That sucks. No ones that worse than the 15. So,
Okay. So your sword clanks off of his armor, but doesn't gain purchase. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Everybody's kind of on the wrong side for that.
oh.
Push him back 30 feet into the moonbeam.
I can't push him that far. I was looking at seeing if I could push him off the edge, but everybody's on the wrong side. I will hit him with an Eldritch Blast from there, though.
So you will be at, well, you're flying, so no, you're fine. I was going to say you'd be at disadvantage, but you can shoot over the heads of everybody else.
Yeah, he's a big target.
Yeah, he's large, or huge, rather.
17. Do I have advantage or no?
No. Actually, you're at disadvantage because it's ranged attack and he's prone.
Well, it's still 17.
So that is a miss.
Second blast. Nope.
Okay. Anything with bonus action?
No, I'm still not close enough.
Okay. Zinquinol, what would you like to do?
I would like to, let's see, Kataris, how are you doing now that you got some healing? Or do you need more? You good?
I'm at 7 out of 56.
Okay. Then maybe, what's your AC?
19.
19. Fuck it. I'm gonna put Shield of Faith around Clitoris.
Okay.
So now it's 21.
That's all.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hit with my spiritual weapon.
Go for it. You have advantage. You have advantage with the spiritual weapon.
I have advantage with spiritual weapon.
That's a hit.
So 24.
For another 5.
So I am
Okay.
gonna kind of stay back here and just cheer you guys on. Do what I can from the cheap seats.
Let's see here. He is no longer sparkly. Okay. Scaly, what you got going
I
on?
will move my moonbeam
Okay.
and move 50 feet towards the end of the bridge.
Okay.
Bonus action, I'll do another 3rd level healing word. Who's hurt most?
Clitoris.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just want to be sure we didn't have someone else who took a big hit. There we go. Oh, wow, that was just great. 8 more points.
Thank you.
More that off, and then on his turn, he'll have to make a save and take his damage.
Right. We're back to Clitaris. You gonna put up with this guy? You still have advantage on the attack because he is prone.
Does it take any sort of action to switch my weapons?
It would take a bonus action to switch your weapons.
Okay. Well, then I'll switch from my longsword to my scimitar.
Okay.
Because I can sneak attack. 20 on the first attack. And 22 on the second attack to hit.
Those both hit.
Smitey smites.
Yeah. That's a bit on paladin sometimes.
All the smitey smites.
He's not a fan to see undead, but I will use a smite on at least one of those. So a sneak plus 6. Uh, 25 for the smite attack.
Okay.
And 10 on smite attack.
Okay. Ooh, okay. He's not happy with that. Okay, that was your bonus action and your attacks. Anything with movement? Okay. So first, he will make a save. 18 to save.
Okay, so he takes half, 7 points radiant.
Okay, so he'll take 3.
No, the 7 was already half.
Oh, it was already half. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled 14.
Okay. And he is going to... Well, he'll spend half his movement to stand up. And then he's going to swing his great sword once at Clitaris and once at Smokey. $24 to hit Clitaris. For 37 points of slashing damage. And then his swing on Smokey. 16 to hit.
Nope, that misses.
Okay. Well, at least he got one good hit in. Good for him. Okay. And then he is going to risk an attack of opportunity. Whoops. And move there. So Smokey, Clitaris, and Weeben, you all get attacks of opportunity. And I suppose, actually, Zinquinol, your if you want to use a reaction, your spiritual weapon gets an attack of opportunity as well.
Yes, please.
I got 17 to hit.
So that's a miss.
19.
19 hits. And sneak attack would apply. Well,
I already used it.
yeah, you already used it.
Does an 18 hit?
It does.
11 damage.
Okay.
5 damage.
Hold on here. Oops. All right. And what about Zinquinal's spiritual weapon? Nope. That is a miss. Okay. All right. Weeben, what would you like to do?
I will do what Weeben always does when Weeben has a chance to do it. Weeben go hide.
Okay.
And I roll a 24 for a stealth check.
Okay. So you are hidden.
And then Weeben will immediately undo the hiding by attacking.
Okay. All right, so you have advantage on your attack.
I am the worst hider ever. But you can't see me. Ah, here, I said peekaboo. That's what it is. Son of a... I missed.
Even with advantage, you missed.
I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Oh. Yeah, that's fugly. All right. Okay. Smokey, what would you like to do?
I'd like to actually hit the same.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Should have read.
I got 24 on one hit and off 20 on the second one.
Both hit.
Cool. I got 10 points on the first attack
Okay.
and 10 on the second one. And I think having Zephyr Strike lets me do one extra. I get to do 1d8 force damage on one.
Okay.
I'll try that. 7. Okay, that's pretty good.
So, Smokey runs up, swings her greatsword under his breastplate and guts him almost clear to the spine and drops this fire giant in a big sloppy mess on the bridge.
Well done.
Okay.
So, searching the fire giant, well, first of all, I need to find... There's a chapter called What's in a Giant's Bag? Words. Wow. You find something interesting in the giant's bag. So the first thing you find a couple more rocks. You find a haunch of cow, that's about twice the size of Weeben. And then you find, and let me describe this, or read the description of it, because it is fairly odd. you find a black adamantine rod that is 4 feet long, weighs 100 pounds. And clearly it is sized to fit comfortably in a fire giant's hand. There are 2 prongs at one end and a molded handle grip on the opposite. And that's in his bag.
So it's an adamantine fork?
Kind of, yeah. That weighs 100
Who's
pounds.
got the strength to wield that?
Does anybody have detect magic or something? This is a weird object.
And we're lucky, like forks.
I have a potion of frost giant strength, and I just I imagine like drinking the potion and finally being able to pick up the damn thing. Just
Yeah,
that one glorious moment.
Does anybody have detect magic?
I do not.
No.
Smokey, you can make an Arcana check with advantage.
Right. 15.
Okay. So Smokey thinks this may be a fire giant artifact called a Rod of Vonendod. It is a rod that was crafted, or the fire giant Duke Zalto hired a wizard to craft several of these rods. The rod has 10 charges and regains 1d6 plus 4 of its expended charges daily at dawn. As an action, you can grasp it by the handle and expend 1 charge to cast a locate object spell from it. When the rod is used to detect objects made of adamantine, such as fragments of the the ancient Vonendod construct that was created by fire giants, its range increases to 10 miles.
That's pretty good. Maybe the horse I got off of on the other side of the bridge, we could have it carry Weebin and this heavy ass thing.
Yeah?
It's an option. I'll still slow it down though, because we're -1 mount.
Yeah, it'll slow you down a bit.
It's gonna be worth a lot though, probably.
I mean, we can put it on my horse and I can fly. I don't necessarily need to ride my horse.
So the inference to this, so Smokey, you know that, I mean, there were several of these types of, history tells you that there were several of these types of rods that were made. The inference to this is that this guy was important enough to have one of these, and 2, he was clearly searching for something. You're not sure. I mean, they're clearly searching for these adamantine fragments of this legendary fire giant construct, the Vonendod. And this guy was out searching for him. It would be the only reason that he would have this.
So
I think that's a.
could we use the locate object thing, or because we haven't seen it, I don't know how much you need to know in order to cast that.
If somebody wants to attune to this rod, you could use one of the 10 charges to cast locate object. And if you're searching for, if the locate object spell is being used to search for objects made of adamantine, then the range of locate object is increased to 10 miles.
Does anybody know enough about the history of this area to determine how many pieces we're looking for?
Maybe we should ask the living trees or whatever. I'm not sure.
That's a possibility as well.
Yeah, I mean, if the thing is looking for like 3 parts, not too bad. If it's 100 parts, that's a lifetime.
Smokey can make a history check at advantage.
Okay, I'll try. 17.
So nobody knows the history of this thing is that this construct was destroyed in some manner. Nobody knows how many fragments this thing blew up into. There's no definite number, but legends state that there are parts of it scattered all across the Sword Coast.
Ah, thick.
All right.
What does getting any of the parts do for someone?
You can only assume that if the fire giants are out looking for these parts, they want to reconstruct the Vonandad. This may actually also have something to do. So if you remember when you first started out on this adventure, that those cloud giants stole that black obelisk from the center of the village of Nightstone. So maybe this is connected in some way. All you know about the obelisk was that it radiated a faint magic that was clearly, its time had passed. It was used up. But you don't know what it was made of. Nobody really knows.
Steve thinks we should do some more investigating before we determine to set out on this infinite quest.
Yes. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
I don't know if we should attune to it, though.
We don't have to. We don't have to right now.
Oh, yeah, it might, mess with you somehow. I know that's a thing sometimes.
Is that armor that it had super special to be able to handle being on a fire giant?
Maybe. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know enough about this thing for sure.
Although it's probably not worth the work to rework it into something else now.
Or we just wait for them to put it together, then we come in, kill all them, and steal the robot?
When you say all of them, I feel like that's going to be a much harder battle than this one was.
Well, we got time. We'll go level up. If this quest is that long, we might be level 15, 20 by the time they get done.
True.
Just spend all of our time in the forest stabbing boars.
Watch out for sheep.
Last Monday, we were running some quests in New World, and found the weirdest quest ever. It was an alchemical quest to bring this guy basically 10 elk anal glands. And we were generally okay, here, dude, here's your bag of assholes. And the one player, he kept going, he was like, so what if we just, go out and kill wolves and tell them they're elk assholes? I mean, he gets 5,000 or 6,000 of these things a day. Is he really going to count every one? So, hold on here. Hold on a second. I need to figure out where you are going. Let me bring up the map. Where is the Evermores? Here's Evermore. Oh. So from on here. So from Stonebridge, you spend probably another, that is quite the distance. Let's see here. There's Stonebridge. You continue your journey up the Desserin River. You spend, a night in the city of Yarter. And continue on in the morning. So you do get, a really good night's sleep staying in an inn. And then you come up to a small village here on the edge of the Evermores called Mornbryn's Shield. This village, it's on the western edge of the Evermores, takes its name from the rocky horseshoe ridge that forms a natural rampart along the west and south sides of the settlement, protecting it against flooding from the Cerberin River swells in the spring. At the northeast end of Mornbryn's Shield is a small stone keep with fire-hurling catapults aimed toward the Evermores. The town is named after a ranger from the north that lived centuries ago, and legend has it that his treasure-filled tomb is hidden somewhere close by. Mornbryn's Shield is a dangerous area. The villagers are used to facing threats from the Evermores, but nothing is as formidable as fire giants. 3 weeks ago, a quartet of 3 fire giants strode through the village, climbed over the ridge west of town, waded across the river, and disappeared into the Cerberin Hills without so much as a sideways glance. They did nothing to the village. The villagers were left untouched, and property damage was minimal. It was clear to the Shield's residents that the giants had no interest in the village. It just was in their way. This is Mornbryn's village, or Mornbryn's Shield. So you come into town, and there is a inn here. And Weeben, make a perception check with advantage.
Hopefully better than 2 and 4. Sort of. Perception. 14.
So you guys come into this small inn in Mornbryn's Shield, and Weeben, you
16, sorry.
You immediately notice. So you immediately notice that there are quite a few Zentrim mercenaries here. Oops, that's not what I wanted at all.
Time to stack up some conversations.
Okay, hold on here. Trying to get this to function for me. Damn it. All right, so you come in. Weeben, what are you doing?
I think I will certainly. Well, who do I think is kind of like the highest ranking among them? Can I tell?
Yeah, with your perception check, you see that sitting at this table, which is covered in food, this guy seems to be the most likely to be in charge of things. And he is, you can tell he's fairly, crass and rude. He has a habit of slapping the barmaid's ass every time she walks by the table with a platter of drinks.
All right, well, then I suppose I will go over to him and show just enough of my tattoo for it to be known. So
Okay.
move my food over here. Like, hey, put my foot up on her, maybe like stretch my leg out because I'm short. I forgot that. Stretch my leg out and be like, hey, what's going on, guys? What y'all doing over here?
So,
And thieves can't.
so you're using Thieves' Cant? He he kind of sizes you up, and he says, so, what brings a fellow soldier of the Zentrum into Morbrin's Shield?
I got business passing through. Thought I'd recognize you. Thought I'd say hello. And you?
I'm gonna go see a tree.
Thank God we're using Thieves' Cant. Thank God.
He says, mine and my men's business in town is our own. We don't share those details. Need to know basis. I'm sure you understand.
Does he outrank me?
Probably.
Would I know? Okay.
His general attitude is that he has pretty much no respect for adventurers, but he tolerates their presence because you're a member of the Black Network. Zinquinol, make a charisma check at advantage. So a 10. That's actually good enough. The barmaid kind of comes over to Zinquinol, and she whispers to Zinquinol. She says, "The Zentrum mercenaries entered the town about a week ago. They're offering us protection, and at first we welcome them, but the mercenaries are proven to be more trouble than they're worth. You'll probably want to stay away from them. But I'm thankful that somebody other than the Zentrum who are armed is here."
Is there a particular part of town they seem to be focused on?
She says, well, they seem to be trying to search around the town, and they're poking around underneath the old keep.
Excellent.
This guy's name is Oboth, and he tells Weeben, he says, if you're going to stay the night, it's best that you move on tomorrow morning. This is our town.
Shut up. I chuckle and say, I move on when I feel like it, but thanks for the advice.
He says he is going to try and make an intimidate check. 23 on his intimidate check. He says, I don't think you're hearing me. You're going to leave tomorrow morning.
I guess I'll tell the party it's in our best interest to leave.
So,
I have to roll to beat that.
yeah, I mean, he's being intimidating. This isn't a combat situation, but you are clear that he means business.
Gotcha. Okay. So, whether I'm actually intimidated or not, I get the gist that he's like, you don't want to be here tomorrow, my friend.
More or less, yeah. So you guys all kind of get your own.
Sticky thieves camp that whole time, yeah.
Yes. So you guys.
I understand thieves camp when we've been walking over the table. Can I just like mean at that guy?
Yeah, you could.
Pretty much like I know exactly what you said, motherfucker.
Go ahead and make an intimidate check.
Counter intimidate.
24.
So you give him the stank eye, and he turns to the men sitting at his table, and he says loud enough that pretty much the entire inn can hear him. And he says, adventurers are nothing but troublemakers. We're not going to want to keep them in town. Maybe they should find someplace else to stay the night.
A coward.
The waitress comes over, and she says, a gallon of ale is 2 silver pieces. The meal of the day is 3 silver pieces. And if you'd like, we have some wine that we can serve by the pitcher for 2 silver pieces. She says a stay for the night is 5 silver pieces each.
Does anybody in our party have poison?
Oh, shit. Yeah, you. You. What? You're the rogue.
I know, but the last chance I had to get some poison, it was super expensive, and I didn't have enough gold yet.
I'm gonna slide her a few, like 2 or 3 golds to pretty much make it known that we're gonna have a really nice dinner here, and it'll take a while.
Okay. She whispers. She kind of leans when she comes back with a gallon of ale and a pitcher of wine, and she sets the cups out, and she's leaning over the table. She says that it is rumored that the ranger Mornbrin, that his personal treasure is buried somewhere in this region, and she thinks that the mercenary company is here trying to find that treasure. And she says she's afraid that they're not going to leave until they either find it or are able to take it out of the villagers.
Yeah, these guys suck. I kind of want to beat them up. You guys feel that?
Yeah.
Can I make a perception?
And challenge them to a duel.
So, Weeben, you want to make a perception check?
Yeah, I want to see if there's anything of obvious worth on the leader dude, and I want to pick his pockets. I'm going to offer him a beer as apology, but I want to see if there's anything I can see worthwhile first. Otherwise, I'm not going to bother.
He doesn't really have anything spectacular. They're all of them appear to be carrying standard, normal gear. Oops, I added too many zeros.
And I'm feeling his coin person. So when he goes to pay, he ain't got no money.
So you wanna pick his pocket?
I just want him to be a little embarrassed when it's time to pay the bill, since he's been on intimidating jackass.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. But I am offering him a beer while I do it.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
With a beer as apology. Like, you know what? Sorry for the earlier intrusion, just, never can tell with our group. But here's a beer. Hope we're good. Oh, fuck. Let's see how bad that was. Thank you, Stats Insight Net. 17?
Okay, you lift his coin purse, which consists of 13 gold pieces, 10 electrum pieces.
All right. Well, I'll take 1 gold off the top and give the rest to the barmaid that he's been giving a hard time to.
Okay.
Nah, it's not even about wanting the gold. I just wanted to fuck with him. So I give her the gold.
Okay.
So
She didn't need it as much as she did, as far as I'm concerned.
do you guys want to like go down here, or do you want to follow them tomorrow to see if they have leads on where to search for the stuff? And then we can surprise them there.
I sort of want to look at what they're looking for at the keep. So I'd rather observe them at the keep and see if we can figure out what they're doing over there underground, rather than just kick ass here and then hope we find it later.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe
So,
be able to.
I feel like it would be rude to just right there.
If only you had something that could find stuff that was buried. If only.
If only we had something that could do that. I also think we should do it before tomorrow comes, because tomorrow then we're going to have to really actually, they're going to be looking around to see if we're still here. So maybe do it before then.
Okay, let's
I don't
go.
just want to fight them, at which point let's just kill them now.
Let's follow him.
I don't think we should destroy the bar. We shouldn't fight them now.
Okay, so
Good
we
point,
find
good point.
when they're outside, so, and also then the bar people won't get injured, which is probably good. So
Okay.
It might not matter because, I mean, if the guy reaches to pay his bill and he doesn't have any money, it's not like it's a long list of like, still sleight of hand or not, who's going to have taken it except for the random person who actually spoke to him that's not part of his group. Like, it's not.
So-
I'm gonna leave. So I think we're stuck if he figures it out before we get out the door.
So
Shame on him.
So that moment comes. The barmaid goes over to bring some more food to their table, and he reaches down to his belt to grab his coin purse and realizes that it's gone. He grabs her roughly by the arm and yells out to his men that this whore has stolen from me. They're trying to thieve us. You what?
Dad dropped my weapon. He's being so rude.
Okay.
To the little lady, I'm gonna throw down on her honor, even though I have no idea what she looks like. But don't you treat the waitress that way. That's my that's the moral that I'm standing up for.
Okay. This is the hill you're going to die on, huh? Okay.
Yeah. She brought you hard.
Would like to produce that coin first with the 1 gold left in it, off the ground. Like, bro, I think you just been drinking more than you think you have. You're out of money, that's all.
His response to that, that's not great. His response to that is he then points to Weeben and says, I knew it. It was these damned adventurers. And he shoves the waitress away. She stumbles and falls to the floor. And his men start standing up at the table, and the other Zentrim that are in the room start to draw their weapons.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm ready.
Sorry, guys, I picked a fight.
Everybody roll initiative.
That's good. They are
Can we take it outside? Can we take you outside?
He doesn't appear to care about being inside or outside.
I rolled.
Well,
Those are-
let's just head
A
outside.
bar fight pianist in the background somewhere.
It's probably IPA rage.
I feel like if we go outside, I'll have to follow us, though.
I'm picturing the little guy from Penguins. Play some chase music.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, I messed up the plan.
What are plans? We're not aware of those things.
For the Chinese. He's doing a slap fight with the robot.
Be a rogue.
Weeben, what was your Anish?
Oh, right, yeah, that thing. Shit. Not good. I wasted my good roll just rolling around for nothing.
Let's see here. So between Scaly and Smoky, which one of you wants to go first?
I don't mind. Up to you.
Okay. All right, so Clitoris, you see him throw the barmaid to the floor, more or less. What would you like to do? I shall defend your honor.
I will defend her honor. Clitoris will defend the lady's honor. And call him a pig. Which dude is he?
He is this guy right here. You've got this guy who is close enough that he could be a problem moving over there.
We've rested and stuff since the fire dude, right?
Yes.
Then I'm going to allow it to move over there.
Okay. All right. So, did you go around this side or did you walk past this guy?
I walk past that guy.
Okay. He's going to take a swing with his longsword. These guys are all armed with long swords and short swords. No, he probably missed. Yeah, he missed with an 11.
I laugh at him and go after his boss.
Go for it.
Nat 20?
Double damage, all of it, even if you want to throw a smite on there.
I am going to throw a smite on there.
Really fuck this guy up.
Well, if we're going hard. Here we go.
I found a traveler meme that actually kind of applies to you guys too. It shows these guys standing in front of a big map on the wall. And it says planning, where we spend 3 hours going over maps, planning for every possible contingency and escape routes. And then instead we just kick open the door and kill everything.
That sounds about right.
36 damage.
Oof. Ow. Your next attack.
Nat 20.
Oh, shit. All damage is doubled. If you want to throw a smite on that again, you can do that.
You know what? I might as well. I will make my point.
For honor!
Ooh, that was good. 16 damage.
Okay. Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, he's still mostly alive. He is still mostly alive. Anything with a bonus action?
Can I try to intimidate him as a bonus?
Yeah, I would allow it.
After all that damage, shit.
That's why I'm going to allow it. I mean, she just fucked this guy up.
24?
Okay, so how are you intimidating him?
Telling him to call off his dogs. He's not worth it. It'll just be a stain on the floor.
Okay. So he yells out, these three guys at the table kind of leave their swords half sheathed, and they're like, he's calling us off, but we don't know what to do. Steve the Devil, what would you... The barmaid during this scuffle picks herself up off the dusty floor. And Steve the Devil, what would you like to do? This guy here has his sword half drawn and is like looking at each of you like, if anybody makes a move, this tense moment could get really ugly.
We want to let them know that the treasure is going to be ours, right? So maybe that's what we should do.
Steve's going to take 5-foot step here, use his bonus action to Hexblade's Curse that guy.
Okay.
And I will hit him in the face with a Eldritch Blast. Well, hopefully hit him in the face.
All right, go for it. I don't know that he's going to survive this.
20?
Yeah, that hits.
Uh, 14 damage.
So Steve goes, Venger from the old D&D cartoons. Laser blast comes out of the palm of his hand through the chest of Obarth, killing him instantly. And then all of the swords come out. All of these guys in here are like, fuck that, they killed our leader. We're going to fight to the death.
He was good. Oh, bro, what the hell?
Was he?
Yes.
Too late for
That's
him
what I
now.
told him to do. God damn it.
Steve the Devil, do you have another attack?
Yes, I have one more Eldritch Blast.
Go for it. You can pick a guy. There's 3 right here at the table.
Let's start with the guy at the end.
Okay.
That guy. 16 to hit.
That's a miss.
There we go. That's it. That's full round.
Okay. Zinquinol, you see all the swords come out of the scabbards. What would you like to do?
We can kill some Indians. Welcome.
Clean the bar.
So if I have a question, if
Uh-huh.
I did like a wall of water right here,
Oh, shit.
could I just drown them?
Theoretically, yes. Hold on. I love you guys because you always come up with interesting ways to use some of these these spells. I personally feel like Wall of Water is not something that is used often enough. Wall of Water is not in the player's handbook. Is that a Xanathar's?
I don't know.
There's Wall of Ice.
Evil Player's Companion.
Oh.
Ipka. It's in Ipka, page 170.
Okay. That is in Princes of the Apocalypse.
So it says you can make it 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and a foot thick. So I'm just thinking if I cast it in such a way that their faces were in it,
Well,
then they drown.
Cast it in their lungs.
Yeah, like if I cast it through like.
I mean, you don't have to worry about it being in their face. So it is 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 1 foot thick.
I think that's another one. Instead of making a wall, you can make a barrier, circle, ring.
Well, I know that's what it's meant for. It's not meant to try and drown your opponents, but I'm trying to use it that way anyway.
Yeah, it
I
wouldn't.
know it's meant to trap.
They
someone.
wouldn't be in danger of drowning because on their turn they could step out of it with a 5-foot step and it would be solved.
What if I froze it?
Do you have wall of ice?
No, but it says something in here about freezing it. Spells that deal cold damage. Okay. Can freeze a solid.
Right. So if somebody casts like Ray of Frost or something, it would freeze a 5-foot square section.
Okay.
But Weeben, Smoky, and Scaly, I don't think have Ray of Frost or anything like that.
Okay. Alright. I don't know how to get rid of it now.
You know, I'm looking at this other spell, the one right above Wall of Water, and it's Wall of Sand, which doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but Jeff and I have been out on Government Island when the wind whips up and the sand starts blowing around, and it's a fucking pain in the ass is what it is.
Let's see, I'm trying to think of how I could make a 20-foot sphere that's not going to catch... Oh, wait, I'm not trying. I don't want to draw anymore. How do I undo that?
You can just click
Highlight
on
it and then delete it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's fancy. That might be too much. If I can't do that, then I'm trying to figure out where I can put a 20-foot sphere that will not catch any of the party.
So like a sphere of water?
No, I was going to do insects instead.
So a 20-foot sphere. These squares are pretty much...
Sorry, Barkeep.
If you don't care about the weight staff,
So that is a 20-foot sphere.
well,
Wait, is
that's
it?
20 feet of squares, but it's 20-foot radius or 20-foot
Yeah,
diameter?
20-foot radius.
Yeah, so
So it'd be 40 foot. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So I'm going to apologize. I really think this bar guy should have run and hide instead of just standing there like a dingle hopper. Because I'm going to put my plague of insects so that I can get as many as possible, as many of the Centurion as possible. So him.
So this is a 20-foot radius.
Diameter.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's diameter.
Yeah, this is diameter. So, yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
Oops.
Then I'm going to do that with my bugs. It's a 14 con save.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, what is this circle?
That is the insect plague.
Okay. God, now the health department's going to be coming in here.
Exactly.
Fuck.
I'm really sorry, guys, but
Got a 13.
awesome. So that's 13 points of damage for each of them.
Okay.
And I bet they don't have calamine lotion.
Probably not. Let's see here. You take damage, and you take damage. Look under your chairs. You all get new cockroaches.
The bees.
So, yeah. So, Ching Shi uses Swarm...
Well, not Ching Shi, but...
Or not Ching Shi. Ugh, wrong game.
Although she would do it too.
She would do it too. Well, Ching Shi would probably just pull out her Gauss pistol and start killing people.
She would try and use the insects to fly up their butt.
Right. So Zanquinol uses insect plague, and you guys can see roaches and centipedes and spiders and ants crawling up through the floorboards and just swarming these guys. The innkeeper is like, "Oh my god!" And he steps back and he's like, "My tavern." Anything with a bonus actions in?
I'm going to spiritual weapon that guy.
Okay. So he gets a wrench. Go ahead and make your spiritual weapon attack. No, that is a miss.
Okay, that's it for me.
Well, yeah, that'll do. Weeben, what would you like to do?
Oh, alrighty. I had ideas. I've lost ideas.
Yeah, things are progressing rapidly here.
That escalated quickly.
Yes.
Mhm. Alrighty. As a halfling, can I move through the table space, or do I have to go around it?
You can go under it.
Okay, cool. That's what I was hoping for. Okay. That helps my movement out a little bit.
Are you going to be an ankle biter?
I can just see Scaly like, I'm impressed. Steve the Devil shot a guy.
You had a grenade.
You had a grenade.
Sure. That doesn't help much of anything. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm just gonna move. Oh wait, this guy's right here. I forgot about him. I'll move here and stabby him.
Okay. Do
Do we
it.
want any of them alive to interrogate later?
It's nice to have goals.
It's not important.
That's what I figured. Okay.
I don't know about interrogate, but we can torture them for fun.
That works too. Alright. 21.
That's a hit.
Suppose I can sneak attack him. I'm probably not gonna get another attack this time. 5, math, 14. 14 plus, the hell is my bonus?
Sneak attack applies.
Yes, does. Math, 14, 19.
19. And did you add the +2 for your fancy new rapier?
I did add the
Oh.
+2 for my fancy new rapier.
Okay. Okay. He's still up. You are now public enemy number 1 for him.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then, with the bonus, can I stab him with a dagger?
Yeah. Do you have a +1 dagger yet?
Nope, just regular dagger.
Okay.
I don't think I have a +1 dagger. Maybe I do. I don't know.
I thought there was one floating around somewhere.
I have a +1 mace. I have +1 armor, a +2 rapier, but I don't think I have a +1 dagger.
Yeah, and because, I mean, a mace, it's a simple weapon, but it's still not smaller size. So you probably want to stick with the dagger because the mace, I believe, would give you disadvantage on your attack.
Agreed. So
Until you take the feat. Yeah, until you take the dual weapon fighting feat. Or dual weapon mastery, or whatever it is.
I have no intention to do that. Gonna go other ways with like stuff if I can.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 20.
That's a hit. Did you roll a nat 20?
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh shit. So double damage from the dagger.
For double damage on my 4.
Yeah, the least effective weapon, I know.
Okay, still double. At least I get to throw my dex on that. 2 plus 3, 10.
Okay. Ouch. A sharp little dagger. Okay. Bonus action.
That was the bonus.
Oh, that was the bonus. You are correct, sir. Okay. Derp. Smokey, what would you like to do? I mean, you got this guy that is now bleeding right next to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack.
I could just see Smokey be like, rapier and a dagger, try this.
I got 13 and 17 to hit.
17 hits.
For 10 damage.
Okay. Yeah, he's not looking healthy. Anything with a bonus action?
Mm-hmm. We're probably gonna sleep after this, so
Oh, you'll probably get your rooms comped.
I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
So it could be that we get the rooms comped, but they're going to be bugging.
There's gonna be fucking bed bugs and shit all over the place.
Does Scaly eat bugs? Because maybe we sent him in for a feast.
I should be able
He's like a lizard folk on the bugs.
The Trussum's going nuts.
I should be able to move without attacks opportunity to the Zephyr Strikes. I'm gonna move here and make sure nobody fucks with the waitress.
Okay.
Found a second moral after the forest fire one. Who kills the waitress and don't burn down the forest.
At least Smokey didn't go full rage induced because, she could have lit off the wand of lightning bolts and blown a hole through the wall, but
Crazy.
Scaly, what would you like to do? You got this guy right here in front of you too.
I think I will go giant toad bonus action.
Okay.
And fight him.
Go for it.
Does a 14 hit him?
It does not.
What? I'm a snake.
You're a snake?
Yep, the giant constrictor snake. I did wild shape, so that's all.
I thought you went giant toad.
Or sorry, you're right, toad. I'm a toad. Yep.
Okay, I was like, wait, what?
I forget what I was doing.
I'm a toad.
Yeah, I only get the one bite, so I missed.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. I guess we'll start with this guy. He is really unhappy with his current lot in life. He's going to make a longsword attack on Scaly. Oh, wait. No, that's not right. I almost got excited there for a minute, grabbing all these damage dice. So, longsword attack on Scaly. Oh, fuck me. He slips in his own blood and falls to his knees. That's his turn. This guy is going to step right up here, and he's going to make a longsword attack and a short sword attack on Smokey. 18 to hit.
That hits.
For 12 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And his short sword, he's going to do 16 to hit. Probably misses.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. Up here. So, these guys took damage. Are they at disadvantage due to being infested? What does insect swarm do to them?
It doesn't have any details on anything like that. It just says, when the area appears, each creature must make a saving throw. Creature must also save when it enters the spell's area for the first time or ends the turn there. And then when you cast it, it's also difficult terrain.
So it's like a really gross moonbeam.
And it lasts to 10 minutes.
God, it does 40-10 piercing damage? Fuck.
Yeah. Bugs are gross.
Yeah, that is a disgusting spell. So it is difficult terrain because they're slipping and sliding in bugs. But let's see here. This guy. He can at least get out. And what is the range there? That is so close. I'm going to say that he can make a longsword and short sword attack on Cleotaris. So, where the fuck is my shit? Okay. Longsword attack. 22 to hit for 4 points of slashing damage. And short sword attack. No. 9 is going to miss. This guy cannot get out. Yeah, he gets to the edge of the plague. He is going to use his heavy crossbow. To fire at Steve the Devil. And he misses with 7. This is getting pathetic. This last guy is going to move here, and he is going to fire his heavy crossbow at Zinquinal. Nat 20. So that is 17 points of piercing damage to Zinquinal. Zinquinal's sitting there and a crossbow bolt like bounces off her forehead. What? Ow! Up here, this guy, who's right at the edge of the plague, moves over here and takes the innkeeper hostage.
No!
And he yells out in an attempt to intimidate. And he actually gets pretty good intimidate. He gets a 19 on his intimidation to stand down or I'll kill the innkeeper. Cleotaris, what would you like to do? So you've got the Zentrim right up in your grill.
So, Chris, the one that's still in the bugs at the end of his turn has to take more damage.
Go for it.
So,
does
he get another saving throw?
No. He's going to just take damage.
Okay. Which is another 4d10.
Yes. Oof.
28.
Ugh.
Since all his friends failed, all the bugs just like crawl on him alone.
Yeah, this guy's got crabs in the worst way.
Yes.
And he's kind of freaking out a little bit. So
is that guy in or out?
I'm going to say that he's in. So he is also down to 17. Okay. So Cleotaris, what would you like to do?
If I go through the bugs, I get bugged.
Yes. You have to make a con save, and if you fail, you're gonna get crabs.
Yeah. Sorry.
And of course, this guy here would get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
We could use the telepathy on the hostage taker. Maybe. Just a thought.
That's true.
Yeah, he speaks your language,
It does speak my language. Well, let's see
which
if
is
we can
mostly
make it
violence, but also English.
wisdom save DC 13.
Okay. My love language is stabbing. Oh, that's not good for him. 3.
Ha!
Phew.
Since I don't think I can tell him to go through the bugs, I'm going to tell him that he should go and just sit in the corner. He's been a bad boy.
Okay.
Later. Yeah.
As a reaction, he goes over and sits in this corner. He is... I need to find a thing for being charmed. Oh, here we go. He gets the mind explosion graphic. And he just sits down in the corner. He's like facing the wall. Like, okay. So that was your action. Anything with a bonus action or movement?
I don't have any bonuses, so no.
Okay.
There again.
Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
Oh, that's a good question. How tall are the ceilings in this particular tavern?
I would say the ceilings are probably 10 feet.
Well, can't do that. What's this instrument this guy does? What's the little icon on that guy?
He is prone.
He's prone?
Yes. He's down on one knee at least.
He's proposing.
Slipped in his own blood.
Since he's down, I'm gonna do a little skip hop and use my wings to kind of hop over him.
Okay.
To take an attack, I will.
Well, it's only 10 feet. No, I mean...
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my wings to kind of give me a little push to...
Yeah, I would say that you're out of his threat range. I mean, by the letter of the rule, you would be out of his range, but the reality is if the floor to ceiling is 10 feet, you're not going to be at 10 feet.
No.
But I don't necessarily think that you would be within the tip of his sword if he swung up. So, and especially considering that he's down on his knees. So, no, there's no attack of opportunity.
All right, then this person attacking Clitaris, I'm going to attempt to hit with an Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
22.
That hits.
Crit damage. 6.
Okay.
Second blast. Ooh, nat 20.
Double damage.
That's a little better. 26.
Ouch. Whoops. And my question is, are you pulling him?
No, it seems unnecessary to pull.
I was going to say, are you going to be Scorpion?
I can only do one or the other. Right now I have pulled.
Okay. So you finger blast him twice. Anything with bonus action?
No, because I couldn't move my Hexblade's curse, so nope, that's it.
Okay. I saw a comic the other day. This guy goes to the doctor and has to have his prostate examined. The doctor says, I have machines that can look inside your body. I can test your blood for all manner of cancers or toxins. But today, I have to put my finger in your butthole and wiggle it around to see if your prostate's okay. And the guy leaning there goes, that seems unnecessarily archaic. And he says, yeah, and yet here we are. So true. Zinquinol, what would you like to do?
Excuse me. I would like to. Is anybody injured? I don't think so.
No, things are going poorly for these guys.
Yeah.
It's just been
use,
terrible clusterfuck.
Let's see. Toll of the Dead, I can choose who I hit. Yeah, one person.
Yep.
I'm going to Toll of the Dead that guy.
Okay. He hasn't taken any damage yet. So he... Well, I guess it doesn't fucking matter because he only gets a 9 on his save.
Yes.
Now, he would take more damage if he had been injured, but...
Yeah, so he's not missing any of his hit points.
Nope.
I had not realized that, but I'll stick with taking him. Now he will have. So 4.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit him with my spiritual weapon that's already hanging out there. I think I had missed last time.
Yep, go for it. Nope, that is a miss. I just have this image of this guy every time this glue blowing Warhammer tries to hit him. He's like, whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Okay. When Jeff and I used to play Diablo back in the days, he would crank the dexterity out of his character. And you would watch his character on screen when these guys would try to attack him, and his character's just like, Nothing connects. Weeben, what would you like to do?
Okay. Well, I still got this guy on the ground here. Is he like mostly dead or close to dead?
He is hurting greatly. And you would have advantage on your attack. He is prone.
Deciding if I should use the bonus to just kill him and move on with my life. But I don't know if he has like... Damn it, I wish I knew if he had like 5 hit points or like 10. Does a 17 hit him?
It does. Sneak attack
Right.
applies.
Does 11 damage do enough?
It does not.
Damn it. Trying to not waste my sneak attack. All right, well, let me try again.
But, I mean, he is really, like, bleeding profusely.
Okay. I was trying to hold off on the sneak attack damage so I could like move and use it, but whatever. Fine. I'll use my bonus to stab him.
Offhand him.
Offhand him. And since he's still, I still get advantage, right? Because he's still down?
Correct.
All right. Well, I'll offhand him with my dagger again and crit him with my dagger again.
All right, double damage. This could potentially do it.
You know what? I'm going all of the damage in on this one strike because why not?
All right.
So We're gonna throw the sneak attack on that as well. So that's oh Lord. 4, 7, 12, 15, 30.
So Weeman goes in and stabs this guy in the lungs and twists the dagger, and this guy's done.
I was truly hoping it didn't come to that.
Well, you know. Did you want to move at all?
Yeah, why not? I will move to here.
Okay. All right. Smokey, what would you like to do? You got this asshole causing problems, you know, as they do.
Time to smack him with a greatsword. So 24 and 23 to hit.
Both of those hit.
Okay.
Oh, I think this guy is going to be sorry he woke up this morning.
So I threw the Zephyr Strike damage on that hit and got 15 altogether.
Okay.
And then the second one got 12 points of damage.
Okay. So he's not dead, but he's considerably more beat up than when he started. He's at least what they used to call bloodied. Bonus action?
I'll yell, adventures rule!
Okay.
I have anything else to do.
Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will surrender the toad shape as a bonus action because that did not work, and cast Tidal Wave.
Oh, shit. Okay. Where are you casting Tidal Wave?
He's gonna wash all the bug guts off of off the restaurant.
Green line. It is 10 feet wide, up to 30 feet long, and it's 10 feet of water that does damage. So it doesn't drown them, but it's still going to clean the bar.
So they need to make a deck save, is that correct? Or
There we go.
prone?
Just a second.
Or is it a strength save? Remember.
DC 15 dex.
Okay. 4.
Okay, they all take 19 points and they're all prone.
Okay, so this guy gets knocked to the ground and hits his head on a loose nail in the floorboards and dies. This guy, shit, he cracks his head on the edge of the table and brains himself and dies. And oh shit, they're all dead. Yeah, this guy bashes his head against the stone wall here and dies. And you see a flood of water, unfortunately, moving all the bugs into the kitchen.
But they're all drowned bugs.
Well, yeah. Bonus action. Your bonus action was... Well, you can drop concentration on wild shape as a free action.
No, changing it. The verbiage says to unshape as a bonus.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm done. It's okay, I'm done.
Okay. The Zentrum mercenaries. Well, fuck. This guy kind of sees the writing on the wall, takes the disengage action, and runs out the door.
As a free action, I'm going to shout behind him, "What were you looking for?"
So, I mean, is anybody going to go... Does anybody have any plans to go after this guy? Or you just
we should.
let him run off into the night?
Yeah, chase him.
I lean out the door and yell, "Coward!"
Because Otherwise, he just runs off wildly into the night because his entire mercenary company just got their asses beat. But you do have this prisoner who's sitting over here in the corner facing the wall.
Let's go check the wanted dads.
He's in timeout.
So you're out of combat. So you got this guy sitting there facing the wall. He's not charmed so much as it was telepathically suggested to him to sit in the corner, at which he has done because he failed so miserably. So as you approach him, he's got this look on his face like he's compelled to sit here, but he's like, I don't like this. What do you guys want to do with him?
Can we intimidate him to tell us the plan?
Oh, I'm sure you could. Who wants to do the intimidation? And what are you specifically asking?
I can give
And
assistance.
can I throw assist on that? I want to throw assist as a member of the Zentran.
Oh yeah, you can give the help action, Weeben. So if Clitoris wants to do intimidate, you can make that with advantage.
You don't get to help, Steve. I help.
I'm going to stand behind using my smoke pipe that does tricks and blow out skull-shaped clouds.
Okay. Well, you don't get the double help, so.
Escaping.
Triple help. Triple help.
16 to intimidate?
Okay, so what are you asking?
I'm asking where they were, or what they were looking for under the place.
Okay. Wow, he tells you everything that they were doing. He fails miserably with an 8.
Afraid I ate a bug.
He tells you that he basically tells you every place in the town around what's the name of this place? Mornbryn's Shield. He tells you all the locations. They thought that maybe it was under the well for the inn, the tavern and inn here, but they were wrong. The tavern and inn, come to find out, is actually an older building than the keep. The keep itself is old and occasionally manned to fight off incursions from the Evermores, but it was built shortly after the inn. The tavern seemed to be the first place that was built in this town, and then they built the inn. You know, the workers had some place to sleep, and so they built this keep. The last place that they looked was in the subcroft of the keep. They haven't been there yet, but that was their next big idea for a location.
Cool. We'll send him off also because he's just sort of a lackey.
So you're just going to let him go?
My Zentrum post here?
Well, there is no real Zentrum post. These guys came in, made themselves home, and at first the villagers were happy that they were here, but then that lasted all of maybe a week, and then they were like, okay, we want you fuckers gone. Just move on. We don't care how much money you're spending. So, but I can tell you that looting all of these guys, you do get another 130 silver pieces. So these guys weren't poor.
Plus, we already kicked the waitress. Oh, I already kicked the waitress like 10 gold to be like, there's about to be some trouble, probably, maybe.
Okay.
Rare moment of generosity for Weeden.
No, that's perfectly acceptable.
Maybe we should help.
Down to 130.
Is that party kitty or is that just weaving money?
No, that's Party Kitty. So,
Oh,
you know,
130 gold.
yeah, or 130 silver.
Maybe we should clean up all the bug juice.
We should clean up the bugs.
Yeah, as soon as Zinquinol decides to drop concentration on insect plague, they all scurry into the floorboards. However, the stew is ruined.
That's electroprotein.
Mystery meat. So, yeah, the last place that they were going to search was the subcroft of the keep. And you're going to find something decent. Let's see here. In the subcroft of the keep.
Mhm.
You find a bow.
Cool. You want?
It is a... Hold on here. I'm trying to remember the name of this thing.
There you go. Oh,
Shit. And it's right on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember it. Jeff, do you remember the name of the specially made elven bows? Oh, wait. Here it is. I found it. So, Mornbrin's treasure is an oath bow. It is very rare. It does require attunement. And it was in the subcroft of the keep. You also find Mornbrin's sarcophagus. So an oath bow, and this was just laid on top of his sarcophagus. And his sarcophagus looks like tree roots, or rather ivy roots, grew up into the shape of a coffin to contain him. And on top, it lays his oath bow. When you knock an arrow on this bow, it whispers in Elvish, "Swift defeat to my enemies." When you use this weapon to make a ranged attack, you can, as a command phrase, "Swift death to you who have wronged me." The target of your attack becomes your sworn enemy until it dies or until dawn 7 days later. You can have only one such sworn enemy at a time. When your sworn enemy dies, you can choose a new one at the next dawn. When you make a ranged attack with this weapon against your sworn enemy, you have advantage on the roll. In addition, your target gains no benefit from cover other than total cover, and you suffer no disadvantage due to long range. If the attack hits, your sworn enemy takes an extra 3d6 piercing damage. While your sworn enemy lives, you have disadvantage on attack rolls with any other weapon.
Okay. Wow.
So, I mean, this is clearly a ranger weapon.
Yep.
Amazing.
It does whisper in Elvish, so, I mean, you know, you might want to pick that skill up. I'm sure there's a community college in Yarder. So, who wants the oath bow? I'm sure that Smokey wants the oath bow.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody standing in the way of that.
So,
I want her to have it.
so I would say that you would have plenty of time to attune to this item. Smokey, what languages do you speak?
Music. Common giant goblin.
I would say that
Right.
in your attunement to the oath bow, you would know enough Elvish. You know a smattering of Elvish, you can possibly ask for a hotel room or where the taxi stand is. That it would allow you to understand the bow and to speak the command phrase. So if you want to make another attunement, you have an oath bow.
Yes, I do want to change it, so I have those. So, good deal.
See, I told you the magic shit's coming. It's like, from that point on, it's like, oh, there's a deluge of magic shit. Here we go. Which is good because you guys are going to need everything that you could possibly have. We will pick this up next week at Saturday at 12 for the continuation of Storm King's Thunder.
Cool. Thank you guys. See you in 2 weeks.
Yep, have a good one. Yeah, I have land next weekend. So.
Oh, that's right. So Jeff will be out as well. So it looks like it'll be Smokey, Zinquinol, and Weeben for next week.
All right.
All right. What do you get up to?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Good one.